Yeah, yeah. All right. It's close that break even. I got a GJ trade going on. Whew. And that's what I took today. I'm kind of mad I took this because I'm like, usually I look at 4 hours. Yeah, high. Oh, high, high, low, low, high, high, low, low. It's making it up the higher high. I did feel like it was going to break out. No, I feel like it didn't want to take off yet. So hey, I'm thinking, hey, came here, enter from here, and it never even touch those type of profits. Every time I go under here, boom, 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 boom. So I'm thinking I can get some quick bucks, maybe. So I said those. Oopsies. Yes. Uh, Let me see. I want to see something. You see how it's about to break out? This is mine. I do love this ball. I do love it. Like I said, I'm in this one right here. Been in this one since 124. All I do is really hold and forget about it. If you just hold and forget, it's probably the best thing you could do. Any crypto, anyway. Anything you think that's a positive, any stock or crypto you think is positive, you just hold and forget. If you- you know. All right, well, let's look at NAS first. So you see on NAS, it breaks out, it makes a flag, makes a new high. It's in this thing. So I proceed to buy. As you see, um, on the smaller time frame, you see how movement is looking. The movement broke out of this right here yesterday, made another high. We can still continue this high because it ain't really nothing new. But I'm thinking it's gonna break highs to at least here. And here was a previous break of structure to the downside. So I'm like, here is a good TP. It was a nice 4R. It's gonna get about $900 from that. It was 250, but as it was almost closed, but it just went straight back to stop loss. You see, look here, 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 it breaks out. Let's see all the entries you could have got today. Like, is this kind of how it's in? Yeah, so boom, boom. Look how much, and so how much entries you could have got. You wanna tighten the stop loss to here, and so boom, that's one entry. Boom, this was another entry I took. Another entry from right here. Boom. And then it makes another entry. So it makes it made all decent entries. I took this today and I was trying to get that 4R. And definitely I didn't get that 4R. I was looking, I was floating in profits. Now I was like, maybe it hit tomorrow. And then in about, I don't know, per se, like, I don't be spamming my chart. I just looked at around like 4 or 5. It was out of I was like, all right, it's all the way up here. Either it's gonna touch here or it's gonna come back to break even. And it did come back to break even. Gold, gold. I was really. I should have been thinking of buys. If you see, let's see it sells. So, all right, boom. It may starts making selling patterns. It's the high breaks the sell. Uh, we really couldn't. So we were just trying to sell with it. Uh, the only way to buy was probably above this area, and oh shit. So we probably could have bought somewhere around this area once we seen buys. So boom. Cause look, you gotta remember this is the low. So boom. Right here, right here, right here, right here, right here, right here. You could have said it broke here. Definitely broke here, but it was really no other buys. But say if we did want to buy, because it's not. I wish it would have went a little lower than broke here. Then we probably could have entered. Ooh, that would have been super fire because the entry never kind of went below here. Like, say if this went a little lower, you probably could enter somewhere like there's a lot of spot. There's actually a lot of entries. Like even if we're going 15 minutes. Like say, all right, so we go on 15 minutes. We go on 15. Look at the entries. This Uh, stop loss would have been crazy wicked. Stop, stop, stop. This is probably the best one you probably could have answered. To be honest, almost hit stop loss. Uh, first TP right here. Wait, actually, it goes. Yeah, it goes to here, but as you see, it didn't really even respect it the first time. Like you see, it comes here. So I don't really like this one. In all honesty, I don't like this one. So I can say maybe right here. And it does goes here too, right here. Because I really don't like when it came above here. Boom, 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 and then used it again, but it just won't support it as much. Like it was in a weird predicament spot, so I didn't really, truly, I didn't like it because it comes here. Every time it comes here, we did like that. But like so, say this is it, and we delete this. So we delete this price. We delete price from here, and then we see the price range. So this would have been a price range, but every time it actually came here, it really didn't even go there. Except like this would have been a fail. This would have been a fail. This actually would have been the first positive. But yeah, this would have been your first positive. It had probably went back to break even. You probably would have got the bang for your buck. They just did a 2R. If I could have re-entered again. So another re-entry. Boom. Enter. And then it actually does hit here. But in all honesty, let's see. It comes down. So let's see. Comes up, comes down. Good entry. Comes in. Entry. Entry. You're gonna have to smack it. Yeah, it hits TP, so I can't say nothing. Comes down, a little entry, comes down. So these are actually all good take profit points because you probably want to enter this one. You probably when it comes here, and then you enter this one. Then when it so let me see how much times you're gonna enter. Maybe you enter this one if you're feeling really nilly. It ain't no really good. This is like a C entry, but this one would have been like a B entry, like a A minus. So boom, put the stop, hit here, come here. Then you could have entered off this joint right here. So you'd have entered right here, stop loss right here. So like instead of this joint right here, you probably put entry right here. It's going up strong. So boom, boom, boom. Depends on how risky you want to do it. It's a nice 101. As soon as they hit that 101, you could goes out, and then it goes to 2 to 5. So it's a nice either 2 to 5, or if you was feeling risky, you probably could have entered off. Let's see. Hell yeah, you probably entered off this one. 2 to. All right. So yeah, after a nice 2 to 5 first entry here, close it out at break even. That's probably not even a 101. Like yeah, it's not even a 101. First one, close it out, break even. Uh, come here. Yeah, nah, and my second one would have been right here. So a nice 2R. And then after that 2R, either you take your profits or you take some partials. And then, yeah. But I should have known how to, it should have been bars. It should have been bars. So we're gonna see what price do tomorrow. And yeah, Nas. Nas, I'm not even too mad on Nas. Nas did what I wanted it to do. Just I didn't it just didn't hit TP. It just sometimes go to break even.
Alright, it ain't gotta be that. What you mean? I mean, like. There you go. Ashley. What's that? What's that? Where are you? Fine. Oh, hey, I need you to come by yourself. No, I gotta bring my. Oh, what's your name again? Yeah, good job. Yeah, good to see you too. Yeah, like certain things. Really? Yeah. Kind of wanted to address some things and talk business. You say you want to talk business? Come on to my office, man. Yeah. Okay. Glad you want to talk business. Always was a list. You said about me? I have a seat right here. That's the office? Well, this is like the office. It's a floating office sometimes, you know. But when I'm doing training or team meetings, I usually put a petition up there and make it a little bit more intimate. But I got a big corporate office downtown on top of it. So y'all want to talk to me? I'm all ears. Hello. So we kind of have a proposal. Yeah. For our business. Oh. Catering. It's a what? It'll be called Cajun Cravings, a catering business. Okay. You know what I'm saying? Cater? Yeah. Well, we got our own catering business. You want to come in? We're going to try to move subs. Cause I was thinking about that, especially with the popularity of these lamb chops. I need to get them delivered to places in there. If y'all gonna be doing it, that'd be amazing right there. Y'all can dress up a little Subway skirts or something. No, yeah. we talk about.
So every entry today was probably pretty okay. Let me see. So, like you said, so for today, look at it. So we're gonna draw it out. High. This is the high. We're not gonna count this because it's barely wicking. So it would have been like this is low, this is high, this is low, and maybe for like the hour we can do that. You see how it comes here, and it's playing around in this, so it's not really breaking nothing. So we thought it was gonna break high, low, wick, make a new high. That's what I thought it was gonna do. I still can make a new high tomorrow because it's not. Look how strong this is support. So we're gonna delete this. You can see support doesn't want to break. If it doesn't want to break, let's change this. Um, change this to this ain't my entry spot. This is my support zone. So higher high, lower low. This was a point of emphasis I like to make. Point of emphasis, could take the TP. This was one right here. You see, look, points right here. Boom, it broke out here. I wanted it to hit here. Kind of a weird spot where it dropped to me, in all honesty, because it went up. Maybe the only way I don't say it's weird, but it's not weird because If it did wick and it stayed up, I think it would at least hit here, maybe even farther. But it's showing fake wickage, like it wanted to go up, but probably just not today. So you see on a higher time frame, it shows strong wick, like, hey, I'm not going up right now. But on a smaller time frame, that's what I said. Smaller time frame, it probably made sense. Like, yes, it's going up. Oh no, 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 no. Yes, 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 yes. And then things. So when I enter from here, as soon as I enter from here, boom. After it broke out, didn't want to make a new low. I won't go and sell under anywhere under this right here. Um, so look, higher high, low low, higher high, makes a low, kind of breaks the high. So your first buy will be right here. So boom. Maybe you don't want to buy because it just broke here. So you probably like, hey, um, because that was the high previously. It comes down above, but maybe you don't want to buy. Like I said, um, higher high. So higher high, lower low, higher high, lower low, higher high thing. Unless you want to make this your low, but maybe you don't even want to buy. So you'll probably be like, hey, I don't want to buy this, but it's showing it's still in the bullish momentum because it's breaking previous structure. So I'm like, okay, let's go down. It's another entry. We could, like I said, another entry we could have entered. So we probably could have this would have been the first one. Could have entered from here and probably took it to here, close. But how fast it went up, and it's probably 10 o'clock. Not too bad time to enter. Not a bad time to enter right here. Stop loss, maybe right here. Didn't want it to come all the way back down, or maybe even lower. So you probably would have closed out to break even. As soon as it hit like right here, close out break even, or take your profits. It's not a 101, but if you wanted it to be a 101, probably something like that. Cool. Not the best setup because the RR is kind of trash. So I probably did like a C setup. This one pretty clean because even so, if this one, if I just took it to let's just say right here, that's a nice 1.6. That would have been a nice 1.6, or even a nice 2.3, and I wasn't up a nice 2.3. So probably could have took it to here, 1.5, 1.6. Nice setup. Could have closed out at break even, which I did. So once it hit here, closed out at break even, and I wanted to take it to here because higher time frame telling me, hey, if it breaks out of here, right here, it's gonna go to previous price of a higher low, and where it broke out at. So I was like, hey, let's just catch this 4R and see close at break even. If we lose, we don't lose nothing, but if we win 4 times the profit. Instead of that 1.5, I wanted that 4R. And which it almost did hit that 4R, but it smacked back down. So once it hit here, I said, okay, it came back up. I said, I don't really want to play with price. Maybe it's showing fake wickage, and which it did on higher time frame. So I closed out at break even, didn't make nothing. Or I should have even take profits. I didn't really care to take profits. In all honesty, people like take profits. I really won't be mad that I lost. You just lose. Sometimes you lose. But you see how on higher time frame, this is the high. Is you can tell price doesn't want to break here yet. Maybe tomorrow, like if it holds on support right here, and I could see like a flash of a like coming back above here. Maybe it can close here at least minimum. Minimum, it has to go here. Minimum has to go here. So I did like this setup. I really did enjoy this setup. Always in the green. You always like to see that always in the green. Closed out at break even. I don't know. Maybe it was news. I think it was. Let me see. Uh, Probably was at around 2-ish. I think. No, no news. Maybe just a strong candle movement. So as the strong candle movement did, this is a good setup though, and it's a very it's all the setups I could have took was very nice. I probably won't took this first one because look how it's breaking the lows. But as it come above back, it kind of breaks this high. So you did this is my first entry. You could have entered again. Like if price came down here, I was thinking about entering again, but as soon as it came back up, I just closed out at break even, and yeah, I really didn't care. So you probably could have entered again right here, make the stop loss right here. Uh, Even so, like, come say you enter right here. Uh, you can make this break even. Never kind of really went there. Once it did this wick, you don't know where price went first. So let's go to 5. So 5 minute, even one. I don't even like looking at 1 minute. So never know where it went first. So you probably could have just L'd this one. To be honest, if it went here first, close out at break even, you would have closed out at break even. No, other than that, this is what Nas did for me. We're gonna see if we could find some higher price. We can see higher price. Yeah, we're gonna see if we can find higher price. Tomorrow. If it doesn't break here, even if it does break here, you can still find buys because it's not breaking lows. You see, this is the low. They go on higher time frame. You go on higher time frame. It's still in a high risk buy. So even if it comes down, I'm still kind of cool off it. Cause look, higher high, lower low, higher high. Even if it comes like right here, which we can draw. Watch this. Clone this. I didn't draw everything, so 4 hour higher high, lower low, higher high, lower low, somewhere around here. Lower low breaks this. So you can't entry from so like say higher high, breaks this, high. No, this is actually the last one because this is the lowest it went. So 4, this is the lowest it went. Because look, even this is the next low, but it doesn't break this low. And this is the low for this because this is the high. So if it has some type of support, I'll just usually buy. So I don't really try to sell. I try to keep trying to buy with the trend. But I love this is A plus buys to me is like this. It comes with low here, but it doesn't break here. So even if this breaks, I kind of want it to break. Like so we could delete. Let's just delete this. Even delete this. Just delete everything. I kind of wanted to go below this purple line. Because if I can find some type of buy, because look, every time I'm telling y'all. So if I can, and it doesn't break here, usually it's not gonna break here. It's in such a good uptrend, and it's NAS 100. So look at this. So once it come above here, it comes here, to the highest high. So boom, it can come down here. Anything above here, I'm holding to at least here, minimum. You're gonna hold here minimum price to here. So I kind of want price to come down here. I really do want price. Um, Maybe even here to fill out this empty gap. You see how this is like an empty gap? Uh, like look, this is kind of like an empty gap right here of this candle. It's kind of like an empty gap. So like say like even on small like let's see if I can find something. So something like this, it comes below, holds, breaks in. That's perfect. So I could get in something like this long term. If it shows some strong support and breaks above here, you could do here, wherever the support is at. I don't know where the support will be at, but this would be the TP. I don't know where the support would be at. So this is a nice one right here. Very nice. So we need to keep this one in mind. And then we'll just delete this because we kind of want it to go down. Hopefully it does. 9:30 it push it down. I come back at 10. I could hold it to here, even to here. So uh maybe you could get two entries. So maybe I could hold to here. Not and I could still be greedy. You could hold to here, close at break even, and hold to here. Even here, right here. This would have been another TP. So that's like a this would have been like a this could be like a 5R trade. That's why I love that's why I said this is my A plus setup. When it breaks my higher my higher low off the new higher high, off a 4 hour break of structure. You see after 4 hour break of structure, it's cold. Look at how this every time I get something like this, I just leave it on the map. Look, I got a 6 to 3R. This is an A plus setup. Um It doesn't happen consistently, but another A plus setup right here. Another A this yeah, like I said, A plus setup. This would have been an A plus setup. Um where else is another A plus setup? Uh yeah, this is nice. So if it come below here, it's not on a break here. As you can see, bro, I'm telling you, don't let it come above here. And you can see, you can just throw little stuff. I don't really care for the EMA, but there's just a little bit confirmation. It's just above the EMA. And Nas is a uptrend moving pair. So I'm happy on coming here and just holding to at least right here. At least that's a 6R. So hopefully I can make I want price to come a little bit below, maybe right here before buying. So I'll put an alert. And yeah, that's what I like to see from Nas. Gold, like I said, gold um wasn't the best. I told you the buys I would have took, didn't buy because I didn't really like how structure was looking. I'm thinking on the smaller time frame, I wanted a quick sell because I thought it was ranging for a little bit. Maybe you got to stick to buy bias. Even if I stick to buy bias, I would have been right most of the time. You bought right here, you would have bought right here, and you would have bought right here. But I tried to go with sell bias because I was it's about 10 o'clock. I usually enter around 10 o'clock. Maybe I could enter around 9:30. Comes right here, and then I just lose. Yeah, but even if you want to re-enter the buy, maybe somewhere like right here, if it comes down tomorrow, comes here. Uh, this is the lowest low, so even here can be a good buy. So it comes down to here. Even here can be a lot. It can be a lot of good buys, to be honest. It could be a lot of good buys because it can still make this kind of wavy pattern. So like it can come down to here, and then it could just go back up. And then as you can see, every time it comes, this is the lowest of the low, low, high. It breaks here. Uh, it could come up above here. So even if it comes like right here, I wouldn't say right here. To be honest, right here is kind of too low. Like I wouldn't really want it to come extra low because it's kind of is making new highs. So if it makes like another high, I'll probably make this the low and this the high off a higher time frame. You're most likely to see it. You probably can see it too. So make this a low, new high, and then you could make anything above here is gonna go to that high. So, but that's kind of far. So we wait because price could just be faking out, fake, 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 fake. Comes up, you could find an entry somewhere below, and then just buy. Nas, we talked about Nas. We talked about 30. No, we didn't. So for 30, I don't really so for 30, I was scared. Like I said, this would have been a super. This was my super buy. I should have held to here. It was news, so I wasn't greedy. Once news came out, I was out the trade already. So and it went in my direction, but I don't really play with news, especially important news. I think Powell was speaking. I really don't play with important news because you could just wipe out your whole account. Like, what if this went in the sell direction? So this is a So let's see. I'm about to show y'all. So we gonna clone this. This is the high. You go to 4 hour, see if it higher high, low low, higher high, low low, higher high, low low. This is the low, this is the high, this is the thing. If it breaks here, and what you did, we was trying to buy we was trying to buy actually on Tuesday. We just missed the buy and we'll still be holding. We'll still be holding. Try to get another entry. We waiting for price to come back here. And to be honest, I kind of want price to just drop on time so we can actually come back in. Well, even if it comes here, support, breaks here, and yeah. So for the smaller time frame, this is the entry. So as it's making lower lows on the smaller time frame, boom, 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 low breaks here, boom, breaks here. That's why I say you really don't really know entry. So it breaks the high, breaks here, comes down, comes up, makes a high. I don't really know where a low is at. You can say this is a low because it's not really a low for anything. Or this is the low. Even so, it doesn't matter because it makes a new high. So this is the low now. This is the high, low, high, kind of breaks, doesn't break. And now we at a spot where I just delete everything off 30. Like I wanted it to come back down here because it made a new high. Come here. If it tipped here, I probably would have just bought and then pushed up above here. Like it came in here and then just pushed up. I probably would have just bought because this is the low and it made a new high. And every time I go above here, I at least have to come to here. So I almost wicked here and then came back up, but it didn't. It probably could have. This would have been a better option. Like, let me see. Like right here, I probably got it off the 5 minute. You see how this is empty off the 5 minute. So yeah, so off the 5 minute, you see how it hit here, boom, 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 and then it comes back up. No real entry off the 5 minute, but it's clean though. It is clean. Because every time, like I said, it comes here, you could at least your first TP would have been if it came here and it went above here. Your first TP would have been right here, and then your main TP would have been right here. Like I said, you could have hold this forever. I was trying to hold since Tuesday. Just never found a clean entry. This was probably the this is maybe the best entry you could have found, but I don't really per se like it because it's such a entry. Like it's so nasty. Like it's not hold. You don't know where real support is at. You don't know. I probably wanted it to go like right here or something, and then come back up. If it did, I probably would have just been holding this till now. To be honest, it won't. I got to see market structure show me what it do. Like show me some support. Sometimes market could do what it you don't want it to do. So right here, I would want price to come right here. If it does break higher high, low low, boom 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 boom, kind of makes another high. So like this is another high, comes down. Really, all right, makes another high. This is kind of like the low. Doesn't really break here, so you could delete this. This is like small time frame entries. The I'm not, and it can also come back down. So like say, so my entry probably like if I wanted to enter because it breaks here, and look, I'm about to show y'all. It happens majority of the time. It just go break even a lot for me this week, but it does come because I be trying to act more greedy. Like I want, like I said, the main price I wanted to come is here. So I would be like, hey, it hits here, but I want that 8 to RR, that 9 RR. You know, I want a higher RR. So look, you could have answered. It comes here, it comes there, it breaks out, This is your first entry. First entry comes below. I don't really like this entry too much per se. I don't like it too much, but it does come right back into rice. Um, Even this one, but look at the wick. The wick is crazy. So you probably won't even enter this one. So it comes back down. Look how it just wicks out, wicks in, comes here, entry. And I ain't gonna lie, this is still kind of valid. This is still a valid. You just want to enter this one, but say you did enter this one, enter late. I probably wouldn't enter this late. It's still kind of valid because it didn't kind of hit stop loss. So like real stop loss is right here because that's the low. And then you'll always try to get it here and then close out at TP. But I wouldn't enter this because the stop loss, this doesn't make sense. Why would you take something at 0.49? So even so, say if you ain't want to enter right here off my key, that's a this. Like so, say if you don't want to enter right here, which I probably wouldn't want to enter right here. I wanted to come a little lower. I probably wouldn't have entered from here because the stop loss is right here. Stop loss is right here. You wouldn't really want to enter from here, but it did hit break even, closed out at break even. It smacked that break even. You wouldn't enter this because it's a wickage. You'd enter this, it's staying public. It's playing, it's back at break even. Do what you wanted to do. Um, it's a back above this line, and you'd have just been holding. So it works. It does work. And then, like I said, we went over gold. We went over NAS. So US 30. Hopefully it does drop so I can find more momentum and then hold long term. My long term hold is to right here. Even yeah, so I kind of wanted to drop. So break out of this, hold long term to here. Let's see the daily. Yeah, it's making higher high. So I kind of wanted to drop. I really do. But if it doesn't, we get in where we fit in. If it makes higher highs, we just get in where we fit in, and that's the best we could do. Just get in where you fit in. If it makes a low high, and then you just get in. GJ, I'm in GJ. I've been in GJ for like, I don't really trade Forex pairs, but GJ looked it cool, so I was like, let me try out GJ this week. I've kind of been in GJ for almost 3 days. GJ is one of them pairs I looked at and I said, hey, I could be in GJ for a week. It can be weeks where you can enter GJ. And like I said, GJ hits here. I closed out at break even. Boom, makes another high. Closed, made the stop loss a little higher, and now I'm just waiting. It can hit break even. It can not break and keep going down, or it can explode out of this and then hits here. And the crazy thing is, I'm like I said, I can really be greedy if I want to. I don't think if it hits here, I think it's gonna fly up. So, um, as you can see, GJ's doing his thing right now. I've been in this trade, like I said, almost 3 days. Yeah, like I said, patience pays. Patience pays. Like I said, if I entered that NAS, like you see, like I said, not NAS 30, I would have been in the trade for a long time if I entered somewhere above around here. You just hold and think where price is going. Yeah, you see that green, but sometimes you just gotta forget about it. Like if you ever just think about the bigger picture, like this one, I would like this. I just thought about the bigger picture. I knew price had to go. If it broke out, I knew price had to at least hit here. Um, and I won't be too greedy because I'm like, all right, if it comes here, it's gonna go at least 150 more points, in which it did. I took it here. I didn't care for if it go up here. I just know it went above high, and I just wanted an extra 150 points, in which it did. Um, GJ, I could really push it to here, like right here. I think it's gonna even go even higher. If you look at like daily when it breaks out, like maybe even like right here, to be honest. Like, look, maybe even right here. I'm not even joking. That's an 8R. At least right there to me. In all honesty, I think price can go to right there at least minimum. At least right there. Cause look, I'm gonna tell you why I think it could go there. Look how strong this is. That's why you have to look at higher time frame analyzations. It's trying to break, doesn't break. Trying to break, doesn't break. So if it breaks, it is pushing beyond and farther beyond. So I ain't gonna lie. I probably will move my TP to right here. In all honesty, I might take a little partials right there. Right, right here. But I want my TP right here. I was thinking about a re-entry right here. If it does come above it and holds, I'm thinking about a re-entry. Like look, like I said, what it comes every time it comes above here. That's why I said I re-entry. So if it come above this area, re-enter, probably come to here or right here. Like I said, if it breaks above here, I'm not being greedy. I'm being reasonable. I think price is gonna come to here. You have to, and if it don't, it just don't. But I make more money, so I'm about to move my TP even farther up because I think if it breaks, and I'm still think I feel like I'm being reasonable because I really believe GJ's gonna farther than this. Because look at it. Look. If it doesn't, all right. Say if it hit here, it's either going hit here. Where is that? Right, like around here. Don't want and then come back down and now it's closed out at break even. Think about it. You really have to think about it. You'd be like, or you can get your 2R. I get a 2R. They'd be like, you lose. Yeah, but if y'all lose, break even, lose, and then hit like an 8 to 9 R, that just wipes out all the losses. And then look at this strong, like it wants to go up. Like this is the previous one. Break, it's trying to break, water break, doesn't break. And it just flies up. Like look at this. Wants to break, wants to break, wants to break, kind of breaks, doesn't break. But when it breaks, it goes far. Doesn't break. Look, break 1, 2, 3, 4. Doesn't break. If it breaks this time, it goes flying. So maybe it does. I think it wants to break because why the fuck would it do? Why would it do this? Come here, comes back, it comes back up. I can be on some dickhead shit and be like, it. Nah, I'm gonna just take it to here, and I'm really being reasonable. Uh, New price? Maybe right here. Somewhere. I don't know. Some random spot. I think it is gonna hit just some random spot. But GJ, you have to hold. Like people don't realize you have to hold. Yes, I've been up for 3 days. I've been holding this for 3 days, but I really believe the price is gonna go back at break even, a little bit below break even. I got it closed out right here, or it's gonna fly up. And then I'll just move. My first TP was right here, but I believe if it hits right here, it's gonna go even farther. And I'm being reasonable by hitting this TP, but it's an 8.6 R, so I'm like, hey, I'll take it. Like I'll take an 8.6. I'm not gonna be super greedy, but I can be. It's not gonna be super. It's being reasonable. So I'm changing my trade right now. I'm making it a higher TP, and people like because I'm already closing in a little bit in profit, so I'm gonna close. What is this on an hour? Let's just change the 4 hour so I could edit this on my I like shout out to Trade Locker too. I love Trade Locker. Um, let's go to day. So day. So around the day, maybe right here. So I could look at this on my day and probably have the same TP. So close out right here. Let's see. Daily. Let's see. I ain't gonna lie. I think I kind of got that kind of TP ish. Let's see. Yeah, I kind of got that at the TP. Or this the chart just looks very different on this. I don't know why. Yeah, the chart looks very different. Like this ain't a wick right here. Like right here ain't a wick on this chart. Trade locker, man. Don't we love it? I think I kind of got my TP there. I'm shocked I do. Let's see. Let's go back to 15 minutes. Do I? Do I? Oh yeah. Uh, 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 no, let's see. Let's go to 15 minutes. I don't know. Because there's different number points up here. So let's go to 15 minutes. I try to scroll on my monitor. So 15. I want it out the well. So 15. Oh, okay. So 15. It would be even higher. So, whoa, okay. Yeah. So this will bless my account. This will bless my account if it could hit here. But it might not. Let's see. If I go to, let's go to DAX daily. Let's see how it looks on the daily. Okay, now it looks a little bit more better. It's like the daily for GJ and the daily for this one doesn't look the same for some odd reason. Okay, yeah, about the same. So I will make 2,500, and if it still hits stop loss, I'll make $100. So I'll make $2,500 if it does hit stop loss. I don't have the most money in my account, but it's about what, 24 racks. 2,500. That's pretty insane. Um, Low key, this is I won a re-entry. Like I said, it's not really breaking here. If it just drops below here, it just drops. But if it does break above here and holds, I'm looking to just hold. So that's my analysis, and yeah, hopefully it breaks, and yeah, we out of here, baby.